Today is Monday, March 24th. I am 5.5 miles in to this easy 9 mile today. For this week's video, I'm going to talk about my shoe rotation, and every day I'll wear I guess it's going to be kind of a different shoe on purpose for the video. Today I'm wearing the On Cloud Eclipses. I also have in this rotation, it will be the Hoka Mach 5, the Nike Tempo, and then I think the Saucony Endorphin Pro 3. So I'll use all of them this week for different runs, different types of runs, and I'll break them down and talk about them and stuff like that. There is 6 miles, about 8:30 a mile there. Going really nice and easy. Just making sure the legs feel nice and fresh for tomorrow. But anyway, yeah, I had some spicy rice for lunch today, and I'm not gonna lie, it's not sitting in the stomach very well. So this whole run I've been battling with some gut pain, but that's okay. It'll go away. It's actually getting a little bit better now. But yeah, today I'm using the On Cloud Eclipses. It's usually a shoe that I use for runs just like this, where they're just easy, kind of easy recovery runs, more just for easy runs like today. And sometimes if I'm going for a long run that's still fairly easy, I'll also use them as well. But yeah, they're really nice to just kind of cruise at an easy pace. Yeah, I guess there's not really a lot more to say about these shoes. They're just a really good shoe for just really easy generic miles, I guess. When I first got them, I think my favorite thing about them was how light they were. So much so that initially I thought you could do some tempo runs in the shoe, but as I've been using it a little bit more, I'm finding it's not super ideal for that. The foam is just not that poppy. It's really comfortable, but doesn't necessarily give a whole lot for speed. But for easy days, yeah, it's really nice. But anyway, yeah, this week's goal is 56 miles or 90K, and yeah, slowly building into it here. Starting week 2, actually feeling pretty good. I've been sleeping well lately. Last night was an exception. It wasn't great, but otherwise it's been going well. The watch for today's run is, as usual, or 99% of the time, the Coros Pace Pro. If it's not the Coros Pace Pro, then it's the Coros Pace 3. So one of those, but 99% of the time I'm wearing the Pace Pro. I also want to go back a little bit to what I was saying before with shoes. I say I guess the Saucony Endorphin Pro 3 because it's not a shoe that I'm going to wear too much. I like wearing carbon plated shoes in a training block, but usually near the end, not so much near the beginning. For the purpose of this video, I'm going to do it on one day this week. Miles, 8:40 a mile, 1 hour 18 minutes, and that starts off Monday with an easy 9 mile. Today is Tuesday, March 25th. This is going to be a 10 mile workout. Not really workout, I guess. There's only little parts of it that are going to be up tempo. I've turned off the notifications on my watch because I'm manually doing it in my little 2K loop here. I guess 1.2 mile loop. I have this 800 meter kind of stretch that I'm just gonna, every time I come to, I'm just gonna hit kind of decently hard effort. I think it will be about 6 or 7 times that I'll do it. For the run today, I'm wearing the Nike Tempos, which yeah, I'm honestly pretty excited about because I haven't worn them too much. I've had them for years, and for this training block, I'm really gonna try to use them because honestly, they feel pretty good. And yeah, I feel like they were kind of an underrated shoe in their time, and yeah, I'm happy to be using them now. So let's do this 10 miler. I'm really not feeling great today. Really tired, really burned out. Long day at work. I ended up coming home instead of running home and now going back out, and it's like 4:30 after a 9-hour shift. I'm really tired, but I gotta do this. The watch for today's workout is, as normal, Caros Pace Pro. The weather today is, I think it said +4 Celsius. Feels like -3, so actually pretty good. The wind isn't too bad right now, so the weather will help me out. Hopefully I'll wake up a little bit, but yeah, I'm really exhausted today. Perfect example of a day where I just really did not want to do this, especially a decent sized workout like this, or I guess not really a workout, more of a up-tempo run. But yeah, 10 miler today. Not the best thing in the world, but I'll push through here. One and a half miles in, just about to start the first kind of harder 800. The whole run itself is going to be a little bit faster. Like right now I'm going about 7 minutes a mile, and that's kind of what the easy recovery pace is going to be. And then up here, my 800 starts. I'm going to manually split it right as I get to this little drain here. There it is, warm up done, and now 800 meters. I don't think the effort's going to be crazy. I'd like to be able to do what I'm doing now, like talk. It's just picking up the pace to about 6:10 a mile, and that's all. Nothing too crazy. Just getting legs turning over. Just about done. First rep here. The end of it, I think it's more like 850 meters is right there. 3 minutes 11 seconds for that one. I think it's like 850 meters, something like that. So about 3:10 probably. Pretty happy with that, to be honest, because definitely have a lot more in me. I can talk the whole time, and yeah, just feeling nice and controlled. And now the recovery, I think, is like a little bit less than a mile, something like that. Like I said, I have the splits turned off, so I'm just like manually doing everything, which kind of fun. Something I'm doing more often. Anyway, let me just take this little break here, and then yeah, just keep going. Honestly, the breaks are really just about 7 minutes a mile, so I guess averaging about 7 minutes a mile, hopefully speeding up to about 6 minutes a mile. That's the goal anyway. I'm starting to wake up a little bit. Still feel tired, but just doing what I can. .317 for that one. Definitely slower, but I can tell just because I'm not getting like huge recovery that the harder reps are just not going to be as fast. And just that this is a workout. I keep saying workout, but I guess it kind of is. It's just going to be hard to talk. Like right now, it's a little bit harder to talk. I'm going 6:30 a mile, so I can get words out, but it's not comfortable. But while I still have energy here, I'll do my best to give a little bit more of my thoughts on the Nike Tempos. It's just a shoe that I feel like was always really underrated. I always really liked it. I remember when it first came out back in 2020, people never really liked it, and I never got it until 2022 when it was on sale. But I always thought, it felt like a super shoe to me. And now that I have the Alphafly 3, I feel like, honestly, it's like really similar to that, maybe just a little bit heavier, but great shoe. Honestly, I really like it. It feels kind of like a super shoe. But anyway, for now, going 6:45 a mile, so it's not super easy to talk right now. I'm just gonna get back to focusing here. I missed that split there, but that one was 3:13, 3 minutes, 13 seconds. And I'm also now at 5.2 miles, so more than halfway done. I'm actually really starting to warm up and feel pretty good. Also, the recovery, when I do the manual split, it's like 0.96 miles, so it's 1 mile recovery. 3:13 for that one too. Yeah, really starting to feel good actually. That's always what happens, you know. Warm up, start to feel good. 3:11 for that one. I'm almost 8 miles, so I think if I'm doing the math right, I have enough time to do one more of those reps, and then I'll probably do some strides to end it. Oh yeah, feeling good though. It's always like that. The run started, didn't feel too good. As it kind of keeps going, slowly warm up, start to feel pretty good, like 6:30 a mile right now, comfortably talking, so that's good. 3:14 for that one. That puts me at 9.2 miles. Just gonna do some strides and get home, but for now, I'm done recording. Just want to get these strides done. There was 5 strides, 5 30-second strides. Puts me at 9.75 miles, but I'm really close to home, so I'm just gonna finish it out, jog home, get the 10 miles in the day. But yeah, went really well. I think today's a great example of, you know, not feeling great to start, but doing it anyway, even when I really didn't want to. And then in the end, I actually felt really good, so that was nice. Today went really well. Beginning of week 2 is going well so far. Legs are feeling a little bit sore, but not too much. I think the biggest thing that I've been doing this time is, or I'm gonna do this whole training block, is keep the easy days like really easy, like 8:30 to 9 minutes a mile pace, like really easy. So that way on days like now, or days like today, you know, I can pull off running, you know, sub 7-minute pace for a little bit of a training workout. You know, obviously the goal is going to be 5:47 a mile for a half marathon, but we're getting there. We'll get there slowly. 10 miles, 6:48 a mile.
Version 2, thank you.
Today is Thursday, March 27th, I think. I am almost 3 miles into my 15-mile long run. Today's long run, the goal is going to be around like 7:30s a mile. Nothing too crazy, just a little bit faster than last week's 14-mile. Still just trying to get used to miles here. The shoes today are Hoka Mach 5, one of my favorites of all time. I actually have a whole video talking about it. I absolutely love these shoes. They kind of just do everything like really well. But I am finding maybe for like real speed workouts, it's better to have shoes like specifically for that. But yeah, the watch today, as usual, Coros Pace Pro. There's 3 miles, 7:33 a mile. I always find that crazy. There's skiing in Toronto, just randomly in the middle of a city. Kind of funny. I was trying something new today, and the trail is closed. Just trying to mix it up, do something new and fun, and the trail's closed ahead. Oh well, I'm kind of on like a new route. So there's the skiing again. Just kind of on a new route just to mix it up a little bit. Just something different. The way that I was going to go kind of reconnects to my neighborhood, so it's kind of annoying, but I'll make it work. It's a pretty nice little park here with the little skiing in Toronto. So yeah, I don't know, just trying to do something different. I normally do the same kind of loop for my long runs, so yeah, mixing it up today. The water bottle today is actually a different one. It's an On soft flask. I guess it's more meant for like a pouch here, but still. A steep hill. I think this is how I exit the park, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't know how steep the GoPro is making it look, but man. I think after that big climb there up the hill, I've made it to the top of the ski hills, so I'm gonna go see if I can look down. Just kind of exploring today. It's kind of fun. Really slowed down in pace though, but yeah, I don't know. I went skiing here a few times when I was a kid, but it's been a long time to be honest. This is it. I don't know if you can walk over there, but maybe I'll try. I don't think you can. I think this is probably dangerous right now. I'm gonna cut through this way though, maybe through the mud. I can look down the hill. Really muddy. Kind of over there. Let me see what I can do here. It's kind of fun. This is what I wanted to do today. Just kind of explore something new. Hey, there it is. It's not very big, but made it to the top. That's where I was down there. Okay. That's why that hill felt so big to climb. Anyway, I'm gonna keep exploring this park, I guess. I'm almost 5 miles in actually, so it's going by fast too. Oh, there's the little lake that I was trying to get to, and there's the construction happening down there. Man, I've lived around this park for years, but I've never come here, so it's really cool. Especially now because there's like no leaves, so the trees are just like kind of creepy. But there's the little lake and golf course down there. Yeah, it's really nice back here. I'm gonna come here more often for sure. Have I made it to the end? I think I might have. I'd say that I have. I'm not gonna go down there. I'm gonna head back now. But yeah, this is really nice back here. I'll take this way. It's like a little bit different. I didn't expect to film this much. I'm literally just holding the GoPro in my hand. I would have brought the selfie stick had I known I was going to film this much. But Yeah. I've made it out of the little park there. I am just about 6 miles in. I'm gonna take the gel at probably about 7.5 miles, but the GoPro it's almost dead here because didn't expect to be filming that much today, but I guess some of the exploring was kind of worth it. There's 6 miles, 7:38 a mile. But yeah, I think it's almost dead here, so I'm just gonna spend the next 9 miles kind of, you know, zoning out here, dialing in. So the GoPro's gonna go in the pocket for now. But anyway, yeah, I'll see you back at the apartment when the run is done. 15 miles, 7:37 a mile, 1 hour, 54 minutes. Felt pretty good, honestly. I feel like I'm finally getting back on track, finally able to start, you know, throwing together some decent long runs, and always good in these shoes. I feel like it's just like overall just a shoe that can like really do anything super well. So I was on trails with them today, you know, I was pushing the pace a little bit at some points, and they just always feel good. So, you know, anyway, that's it. That's today. Good run, good long run.
3, 2, 1. Ugh, okay. Today is Friday, March 28th. It is currently 10:45 in the morning. I'm going to use this time to, I guess, quickly talk about how the week's been going so far, how I've been feeling, and also really quickly talk about today's run, which is just going to be an easy, maybe 6 or 7 miler. I'm not exactly sure. This Sunday is going to be really busy, so I'm going to have to reduce the mileage on Sunday. So I'm going to try to add a little bit more today because the goal is still 56 miles on the week, which will also then be about 90K. But yeah, I'm going to use this time right now to talk a little bit about how the week's been going so far. And I don't want to jinx anything, but it's been going pretty well so far, actually. All the runs have gone well. I feel like what I've been doing really well this week is just like really, really properly recovering in between each run. I started the week Monday with a nice, easy, I think it was easy 9 miles, and I like truly went slow. I was holding back like immensely. And then Tuesday I had a 10 miler, which was kind of a workout where I kind of let myself go a little bit. Like I kind of let myself actually run, which was nice. And then Wednesday I recovered. I took a nice little 3-mile walk. Yesterday I had a really nice 15-mile long run. The goal going into it was kind of just to explore a little bit and not do anything too crazy. Again, I'm just trying to kind of get that volume down. Near the end of the run a little bit, not really. I went to like the peak end of easy, but nothing crazy. 15 miles, at I guess high-end easy pace, and it felt really good. Everything right now is feeling good, which is nice. The legs actually feel really good so far. Like the knee pain is pretty much completely gone. And any little bit of pain I was getting kind of in the back of my quads last week is also pretty much completely gone, which is really nice. But yeah, with all that being said, I'm also realizing that 8 days from now, so next Saturday, I also have a 5K race where I'm still going to try to break 17 minutes. Obviously, I'm not trained anywhere near enough to maybe fully be able to do it, but I'm going to go for it anyway. We'll see. So I'm going to kind of focus tomorrow on, I think it's going to be about a 10 or 11 mile workout where I'm going to like really dial in on some speed and like really focus in on having it be a 5K specific workout, whatever that might be. I'm not sure at this exact moment, but I'll make up the workout over the next day and a half a little bit and try to really focus on getting the legs turning over, because I think that is really important. I feel like I've kind of been neglecting that a little bit lately. And I feel like I've just been really getting on this good rhythm of pushing it kind of hard and then taking a really easy day, pushing it hard, taking a really easy day. And that's kind of what I'm going to stick to with this entire training block. Whereas every week I'll do that, but I'm also going to try to increase, volume as well as a little bit of intensity. And yeah, we'll kind of go from there. But yeah, so far the week's been going really, really well. The shoes that I've used so far, because the topic of this video is going to be talking about the shoes that I'm using and the shoe rotation. I will at the end of the week go over all of them and talk about them all. But as of right now, on Monday I use the On Cloud Eclipse, which really nice, easy kind of recovery day shoe. Tuesday I use the Nike Tempos, which I'm absolutely loving. I'm really happy to have brought those back into the rotation. Wednesday I took a recovery day. And then yesterday for the long run, I used the Hoka Mach 5. Again, a really nice shoe. And tomorrow I'm going to use the Saucony Endorphin Pro 3s. One of my favorite speed shoes, so I'm actually really excited. I haven't used those in a while, so that should be fun to get those out and try to go fast, try to hit some paces. And yeah, it's going to be kind of fun. It's going to be my first race in miles. If you didn't watch the last video, the whole point of this training block is going to be from switching from kilometers to miles and just trying to see how that goes. As somebody who's running kilometers for 5 years, it's been an experience, one that I'm getting used to actually a lot quicker than I thought I was going to. As of right now, things are going well, which is nice. The legs actually feel really nice. Like this morning I woke up and the legs just felt good. Like I feel like I could go out again and do a nice big workout, which is exactly what you want. But today's still an easy run, so I'm going to hold back and still keep it really easy for today. But just the fact that they're feeling this good is nice. Obviously, it's still really early in the training block. It's literally only week 2 of 11. But so far, yeah, things are going well. And yeah, that's kind of the update for right now. Yeah.
So today is Saturday, March 29th, I think. I don't even know what day it is to be exact, to be honest, but it was actually supposed to be a bit of a workout tonight. I was going to do a 10 miler, maybe 11 miler on the track, but just because of life, I'm not doing that. I'm going to do my easy run now, and then I'm going to get up tomorrow morning to do the big 10, 11 miler on the track. I'm going to have to get up at like 4 in the morning to do that though, so that'll be fun, but yeah, life was just a little bit busy tonight and tomorrow, so I gotta cram in a run now, Saturday night at like 6 p.m. and then I gotta get another run in tomorrow at about 4 a.m. So yeah, sometimes that's just how life works out. Apparently, there is an ice storm coming tonight. I guess it's kind of starting now as it's raining and a little bit cold, so that's definitely gonna create a challenge for tomorrow, but honestly, it's not that big of a deal. I do want to get in a good kind of like track workout because it's been a long time since I've had one, mainly because I want to see the shape that I'm in for next week's 5K race. But again, it's not like an A goal race. I would like to break 17 minutes, but I'm not going to go like, I'm not going to be upset if I don't. So we'll see how tomorrow morning goes. Getting up at 4 is also going to be, not the easiest. Today is supposed to be an easy run, like on the schedule that I have for myself. Today is just an easy 6 miler, but because again, it's getting kind of late and I'm on kind of a time crunch because, the babies are at home and I want to help my wife get them to bed. So it's not going to be as easy as it probably should be, but we'll see. Probably should be more like, 8:30 a minute a mile pace, but we'll probably end up being more like 7:30 a mile pace just to speed it up a little bit here. But yeah, I can definitely feel there's a storm coming because it's pretty cold, to be honest, and the rain is kind of like sharp. So yeah, we'll see how tomorrow morning goes. If the track is too like icy, then it is what it is. But I'm a little bit over 3 miles in, so already halfway done. Average pace is 7:36 a mile. I'm just having like random points where I like kind of pick up the pace, but not really, nothing faster than like 7:15 a mile. Just doing what I can to keep it easy and just get this done fast, to be honest. I'm just over 5 miles in, so a little bit less than 1 mile to go, but it's getting cold, unexpectedly cold, and it's raining still, so definitely a storm coming, and this might all be frozen tomorrow. We'll see. Flip it here. Okay. Hopefully that audio works still there. Today is Sunday, March 30th. Over the past few days, a few things have changed. Last night, I was supposed to do my 10-mile workout, but just because a few things in life were a little bit busy, my sister ended up coming over for dinner, and it just kind of went on a little bit late. I ended up just switching my Saturday and Sunday run. So Saturday was supposed to be the 10-miler last night. Today, which is Sunday, was supposed to be the easy 6-miler, but I'm switching it. So tonight I have the big 10-mile workout. But
Again, my wife is now going to be at work a little bit late, so I'm switching it a little bit. It's going to still be 10 miles, maybe more like 11, we'll see. And instead of doing interval work, I'm still going to do kind of interval work, but there's going to be no like pausing on the recovery. It's going to be more steady work, just because I want the overall workout to be a little bit faster, because, you know, my initial plan was to do a few 1Ks, a few 2Ks, even upwards of a 3K, but pausing in between and taking, you know, multiple minutes of recovery in between each rep. But just because of life, I don't really have time to do that, because that will add like 30 minutes to the workout. But again, that is okay. I wanted to do this workout because I have a 5K race next weekend, and I wanted to start feeling out that speed. But again, it's not the end of the world. This is still very early in the training blocks, so just really any form of speed is not necessarily like my priority right now. It's just building back with volume. Yeah, since the last update, which was, I guess, 2 days ago now, I've had 2 runs. Both of those runs have gone well. They've both been fairly easy runs, but I have picked up kind of a weird niggle, I'll say. It's been one that I don't really know how to like what to make of. Back in February, my big toe, I hurt it. You know, occasionally when you're running, you get like black toes, and that happened. I got a black toe. It hurt really bad for like 2 weeks, and then it went away. But the toe stayed bruised for like up until recently. It was just like a black toe, as happens with running pretty often. And then a few days ago, the black toe healed. Like, it went away. It just like literally in like a matter of a day, it just healed. But with that, I noticed that night that my toe just like was really cold, which wasn't that big of a deal. I was able to warm it up, but I just noticed that that particular toe was cold. And then now on the previous 2 runs, while running, that one toe gets really cold. And then last night and the night before, it actually just pretty much went numb. So upon Googling it, which I know you probably shouldn't do, it doesn't actually say anything too serious. It's likely some form of injury. It could be something like the tendon in the toe is a bit swollen, causing some restriction to the blood flow, or just like a little bit of injury in any sense in there, causing some swelling and just causing some restriction to like the toe's ability to get blood. Yeah, it's a bit odd. It's odd that it happened as the toe kind of healed. Maybe it's something to do with it kind of fully healing. My toe is like, I don't know, not aware of what's going on. I don't know. It's something I'll keep an eye out on for sure. It's definitely an odd one. It's nothing I've had before while running. I mean, it's not even really an injury, because I can totally run through it. It doesn't hurt at all. So nothing concerning. It just kind of goes numb. So we'll see how today goes. If I'm running fast, maybe that running fast will help and it won't happen. It's still cold today. Last night, I mean, the past 2 days have also been really cold. Last night we had kind of like an ice storm, and some of the trees around me were just like completely covered in ice. Hopefully the weather will turn more permanently, but today is still kind of cold. But yeah, hopefully the weather will warm up a little bit, and that will help that kind of odd issue as well. Again, we'll see how it plays out. It's a weird injury, I guess, if you'd even call it an injury. It's, you know, I've had numb spots before, like occasionally, like I've had points where my knee would kind of go numb in certain areas, and I've talked to my doctor about it, and it is usually just from injury and just kind of like a strain in the area or something causing just a bit of reduction of blood flow. So that's what I'm kind of assuming it is. But again, I'll keep an eye out on it over the next little while, see how it plays out. But right now, I'm going to go through all my shoes in the rotation, because that's kind of the purpose of this video, of this week's video, is to talk about the shoes in the rotation and kind of how I like them, why I like them, and maybe things about them that I don't necessarily like. But for the most part, I do really like them. I wouldn't have them in the rotation if I didn't. So I'll be pretty quick with this though. The first shoe for the easy/recovery, but mostly easy running, is the On Cloud Eclipse. Again, it's a shoe that I talked about on Monday. I wear it for easy runs and kind of recovery runs. Early on, I was using it for long runs, and I still do occasionally. If I'm looking for kind of an easier long run pace, I'll use it. It's a really good shoe for that. Nice and padded, and just does the job. Initially, I thought maybe it was kind of an okay speed shoe, but as I've been using it, I'm learning it's not really. It's a great shoe for easy paces, but once you start picking up the pace a little bit, not so much. But that's not the point of the shoe. The shoe is a great shoe at just being an easy recovery shoe to just take a lot of the miles and keep your legs feeling good. The next shoe in the rotation is Hoka Mach 5, a very old shoe. It's a shoe that hasn't even been on the market for probably like a year and a half. But when it went on sale, I guess about a year ago, they were getting rid of their final stock of it. I picked up a pair for like $100, and it's just been in storage up until this training block, and I've taken it again. This is my 3rd pair. One of my favorite shoes of all time. I feel like it truly can just do everything. To me, this was like the early kind of super shoe. It was the first shoe that kind of just did everything. Like, you could run easy, fast, recovery, intervals. You could do long runs, and it just kind of did everything really well. And I still feel like that to this day. I will say that the grip isn't great and the durability isn't great, but yeah, this was a shoe that definitely was like kind of the first early like super trainers, if you will. That's what I would call it anyway. I think it's pretty much one of my favorites. I think that I'm sure the Mach 6 is great too, but yeah, this is definitely one of my favorites, and I've been using it for easy runs and also a little bit of up tempo runs. But with that and up tempo runs and the speed runs, I have reintroduced one of my favorite shoes actually for speed that I forgot about. I did make a video talking about this because I bought this shoe back in 2022 when I guess Nike was getting rid of all of them, and it's Nike Tempo Next Percent. The shoe came out in 2020, I think, and in 2022, I guess they were just getting rid of them all because people didn't really like them. I got a pair for like 75% off, and I really like it. It genuinely feels like a super shoe to me. Not the best for running slow, but for running fast, I love it. I feel like it literally feels like a super shoe. It's a little bit heavier, but a lot more durable. And yeah, I put it back into the rotation. Over the past 3 years of having this shoe, I only put 100 miles on it, and now I've put, I think, about 120 on it. So I've only put 20 more miles on it, but I have liked all 20 miles so far, and I'm actually excited to wear this shoe for the next bit of this training block. So yeah, this is going to be just for like the faster shoes. It's going to be what I use for almost all of my speed workouts, even some longer ones. I think I'll use this when I want it to be fast. Then that gets me to the final shoe in the rotation, one that I will wear a lot more near the end, but I am going to wear today just because on this week I want to wear every single shoe to talk about it for you guys. The Saucony Endorphin Pro 3. This is, again, one of my, if not my favorite super shoe, probably second. I'd say that the Vaporfly 2 is my favorite overall super shoe, and then this might be tied actually with like the Alphafly 3. I literally love this shoe. For many years, I was setting all my PBs in this shoe. I think currently I still have my 10K and my 5K PB. My half marathon is tied. I've run an hour 18 half marathon in this shoe, and I've also run an hour 18 in the Vaporfly 2. But as of now, this shoe, and for a long time, it had all my PBs. So an amazing shoe. It had 300 kilometers on it last I checked. So it's definitely getting up there, but it's a shoe that I'm going to use today for this kind of speed workout. And I will use it later in the training block when I really want to kind of dial in and focus in on, you know, hitting the paces that I need to. But like I said, early in a training block, I don't really like to wear carbon fiber plated shoes because I think that they're a little rigid. They can hurt the calves a little bit, and I don't want my legs to get used to the speed of these shoes because I think that it's more beneficial near the end of the training block to remind yourself, like, oh yeah, like you can run really fast with these shoes, and you've done the work in, you know, shoes that are more like this or like this. It just feels great to put on a carbon plated shoe, and then you can actually run really fast. So that's kind of my mindset behind it. But yeah, these here, let me get them all, are the shoes that are in the rotation. I'm going to do my best to put it. I don't know if they're all going to show up there. But yeah, I don't have that many shoes in the rotation. Currently, it is only mostly a 3-shoe rotation, but it will kind of be a 4-shoe rotation plus the race day shoe. And that's kind of it. I've been enjoying them so far. I'll use them for the next, I guess it's going to be about 9 weeks here, and then we'll see kind of as the summer plays out. I always look forward to the next shoe rotation. I have a few ideas in mind, but yeah, as of now, that's it. That's the shoe rotation, and I'm enjoying it so far. So yeah, now later tonight, I have the 10-mile workout, which I'll take you guys with me, and then that will end out the week, which will be a 56-mile week. I hate predicting what's going to happen before it happens because you can say something's going to happen and then anything can change. So hopefully 56-mile week, but maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more. Who knows what's going to happen over the next few hours, but hopefully this week will be 56 miles, which then will get me to next week, which I'm hoping to do about 64, 65 miles. And then the week after that will hopefully be the peak week at about 70 miles. Anyway, let's just move on to the workout tonight now.
So it is now Sunday evening. I'm doing a 10.8 mile workout in the Saucony Endorphin Pro 3s. And right away, I'm already remembering or feeling how fast they are. It's hard to go slow. I'm going 7 minutes a mile, but I'm not putting a lot of effort into it, so that's kind of nice. We'll see how the run goes, but yeah, it's 10.8 miles don't know exactly how. I think it's 2 miles on, 1 mile off, 2 miles on, and then a few 1K reps. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. I'm actually trying to keep the pace slower here. I'm realizing that I'm running like almost 6:20 a mile, and I'm not trying to go that fast. That's just how fast these shoes are. But yeah, today is, I think it's at 4 degrees, but honestly it feels a little bit colder right now, but I'm sure as the run goes on, I will warm up a little bit. But yeah, these shoes, man, one of my favorite super shoes ever. Like I was saying earlier, most of my PBs to this day are still in this shoe, and yeah, they're just so comfortable and they just feel so fast. Not a lot more to say about them. Almost perfect in my opinion. Still haven't tried the 4s, but I've heard that they're not quite as good, so maybe the 5s will be as good as these. Yeah, it's a 2.5 mile warm-up, 2 miles on, 1 mile off times 2, 1K times 2, and then about a mile cool down, I think is roughly what it is here. So yeah, just trying to keep it not too long because, you know, it's getting later in the day and I don't want to be out here too long. So that's just how it is when you're, you know, both my wife and I are working full-time jobs and raising a family. It can be hard sometimes, so just gotta fit it in when you can. But yeah, not ideal at almost 6 p.m. It is what it is though. I'll get it done. Can't get over how comfortable these shoes are. It's crazy. Right now I might say they're my favorite super shoes. Just comfort is insane. You just go so fast without realizing. But hopefully today, because I'm running faster, my toe will be okay. It won't go cold and numb like it's been doing past few runs. We'll see though. Right now it's okay, but it's still early. I'm about to start the first hard 2 miles, but for that, I'm just gonna focus, get it done. So I will talk after, during the recovery mile. First 2 miles done, held about, and I was like, I think it was like 6:10 a mile for both the miles. Actually really happy with that because I feel like I definitely could have gone faster and really felt comfortable, so that's actually really good to know. I feel like I might be in better shape than I think, but now 1 mile recovery and then another 2 miles at hopefully that pace again. The toe is okay. It's a lot less numb than it has been the past 2 days, but definitely still like a little bit. Hopefully whatever's going on is like slowly healing though, and hopefully moving fast is helping, but the ground is still wet and it has been for days now, so I think that's also not helping because my feet are just soaked. But yeah, it's a little better today, but still like a little bit kind of cold and numb. We'll see though. It's definitely better than yesterday though, for sure, so hopefully that's a good sign. All right, 2 miles, kind of hard, I guess. I don't know what I'm calling it. That is the end of the 2 mile and the 1 mile cool down. Now, I think I've done it right here. I might have messed up. No, I have a 5-second rest, which I just use because I pause and give myself a rest like this. And then I have 2 1Ks. I'm gonna see what I got for those. Those are the ones I've been more afraid of, to be honest. I'm gonna try to hit somewhere in the 5:30s for those, but yeah, we'll see. It's you know, it's definitely not a flat loop I'm doing. There's a downhill part, but then there's also an uphill part. So that uphill, it gets me. But yeah, we'll see what I got here. It's crazy how just a little bit faster like that is just so much harder. That's it. That's both the 1Ks. I think that was like 5 minutes 38 for the 1K mile pace, and then 5:39 mile pace for the second 1K. I think in kilometers, I don't even know. It's like 3:20s maybe. But yeah, funny how, 6 minutes a mile is cruising like half marathon pace, and just taking that a little bit faster goes to a totally different level. But anyway, now I think it's about a mile and a half cool down until I hit about 10.8 miles, 10.85 miles, and then that will put me at 56 miles or 90K on the week, and that will round out week 2 of this training block. I was actually wrong. It's only a 1 mile cool down, so that's kind of nice. The toe feels pretty much okay. It was kind of going a little bit numb, but once I started going faster, it kind of just went away. Like, it's not 100% right now, but it's pretty good. So hopefully this is just kind of a weird thing that will go away fast, because it doesn't hurt, but it's just kind of a weird feeling. 10.88 miles, 6:47 a mile. That ends the week. 56 miles on week 2. So yeah, pretty good week actually. I feel like that went well, aside from the little toe thing. Everything's going well. Legs actually feel really fresh, so that's nice. Next week the goal will be about 64, 65 miles. And then yeah, so tomorrow right back at it with probably an easy 10 mile. But anyway, that's for the next video. With all that being said, if you guys enjoyed the video, please feel free to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.